This is not likely to be edited because it's pretty late at night, and this is news that's just recently coming out. But Trump put down some reciprocal tariffs on a bunch of these countries, all these countries and more. They're not good. Let me TLDR. Too long didn't read. This is a very stupid. And for one, so it says reciprocal tariffs, but they're not really reciprocal tariffs. These are, it says tariffs charged to the USA, but they're not really tariffs. They're it's the U.S. trade deficit with that country. So like 67% trade deficit, which means, we buy 67% more stuff than they buy from us, right? If you don't understand it, think of it like I have a 100% trade deficit with my local gas station because I buy I buy a bunch of stuff from there and they don't buy anything from me, so I have a 100% trade deficit. Similarly, China has a 67% trade deficit with the U.S. because they buy less stuff from us than we do from them, right? And so these are not reciprocal tariffs. These are just tariffs. Tariffs are really only good at one thing, keeping jobs. Besides that, they're pretty bad at everything else. They raise prices. They, they slow the economy down, which we've already seen a bit with the stock markets. So I'll just show you some of these reciprocal tariffs that we've got and how they'll affect, what they'll affect price-wise. They'll raise the prices of them. For us, exports from China to the United States, this is going to be a, what did it say? 34% tariff. So you can see that price increase by 37% from broadcasting equipment. I don't really know what this means. Broadcasting equipment, I have seen it a lot, and I think it's like a wide range of stuff. Computers, let's see, some smaller markets. Pretty much all sorts of stuff, I guess. That's just miscellaneous. A bunch of stuff, but like, let's see, 54 billion. This is in 2023, so it could be more. But this is the United States to India, which we put India was 26% tariff on for no reason. Diamonds, packaged medicaments, so like medical stuff, I'm assuming. So if you buy insulin, let's say, it's not going to be very fun for you. 26% price hike, we could say. This is Taiwan. It says Chinese Taipei. I don't know who runs this website. But this is the biggest one. If you're looking to buy a computer, it's going to be much more expensive, or even just build one. Office machine parts, computers, integrated circuits is the big one here. They make like pretty much all the integrated circuits, or like 70% of all the integrated circuits in the entire world. So like all the boards and all the CPUs and all the, I don't know, other stuff. And the last one that I'm showing is Japan. I'm not showing the EU just because it's sort of confusing on the website, and this is not very helpful. Okay. But yeah, so like, give it a sec. Anyway, so, you can already see this is bad. In China, Japan, and South Korea will jointly respond to U.S. tariffs, is what this is saying. This is sort of crazy because if you don't know the history of these three countries, basically a lot of wars have been fought. I think Korea enslaved Chinese people and Japanese people for like 1,300 years. They're the kings of enslaving people, basically. There's been like many wars fought between these three countries. It's sort of like if Nazi Germany and Judaist Israel said they were gonna create a union together. It's sort of like that. Just like stupid. Like you would never think it would happen in 1,000 years. And this is in response to obviously what Trump is doing. So, what can you see happen in the future? Well, what this is supposed to do with the Trump in Trump's perfect world, or the current administration's perfect world, is all these companies move their operations into the U.S. to get U.S. jobs. However, for them, it would not be worth it to build all these manufacturing plants and all this sort of stuff if the tariffs are going to be removed in like a couple months, which he's been pretty shaky on it. He says, oh yeah, they'll say, yeah, we'll put on a tariff for 10% on this country, but actually we won't. we'll say we're not going to give it another tariff for a month, but then after that month, we'll bring in a big old tariff on your ass, and then they just won't do it. And so for big companies, if there's a chance that there's not going to be a tariff in like a year or something, they're just not going to move those jobs in. They're just going to sell it elsewhere, right? And so the price of the stuff that they're selling to us is just going to go up, right? And the price of that stuff everywhere else is going to go down, because they're going to make the same stuff, but it's just going to go up for us. And so, yeah. So, pretty smart stuff. Let's see if it's loaded by now. Yeah, here we go. Cars. Ooh. We buy a lot of Japanese cars, and they're going to see what was it? 24% increase in price. So, ooh, I think it's pretty similar numbers for South Korea. I can check. Why is my Wi-Fi so damn slow? Yeah, you get the point. Basically, we're putting tariffs on these people for no reason, no good reason, I should say, and they're not helping us in any way. I think the White House words is we've been R-worded, plundered, and like some other stuff for decades, which is actually, it's crazy how untrue that is. It's like almost exactly the opposite. Over the past, I don't know, 80 years, we've like strong-armed our way into having some of the best trade relations and trade routes. That like out of anyone, and so to say that we've actually had the worst end of the deal is just so wrong. it's just wrong. So that was integrated circuits for South Korea. That's a 25% tariff. 25. And you really, what you want to do is you want to just say tariff. It's not a tariff. It's a price hike. That's all it is. Let's see. What about Russia? I want to see if they did anything for Russia. No, not on this list. Okay, but like, I think that's kind of stupid about this sort of thing is there was one. I based a lot of this information that I got off an Atriarch video, which I'll put in the description. But one of the things was like the Falkland Islands. It's like an 88% trade deficit because it's like. It's they buy a lot less from us than they do from like the surrounding area because it's a tiny island with a population of 3,000, and we're gonna put a 41% tariff on them. Like they're not gonna move their operations over here. They're just gonna stop selling to us. And the price of ours, because there's less supply, the price is gonna go up. It's a very simple concept of supply and demand. It's just bad in every way. So that's it. Sorry this isn't edited, but I'm just kind of tired, and I haven't done my homework, and it's 10 p.m.